there, I've got a little bit of a whimsical card to share with you today, and this is our new Eternal Heart Tree, and I just love this one. We'll share with you what we'll be using. Just a couple dies here. We have You're Always in My Heart, which is one of our mini expressions. I'm going to kind of go back a couple of releases to use this cloud from the Twinkle, Twinkle Clouds and Stars set. And this is the Eternal Heart Tree. It's lovely. It's kind of like the tree part of it has actually been designed to kind of look like it's growing into a heart shape, like an old couple together. I love it. Okay, so we're going to start with the base. Here I've got a piece of coconut white card, and I will give you a quick measurement on that. It is 6 1/3 by 7 1/8, odd size. And I've used the stitched hills and clouds here just to do a little base for that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that on with a little bit of glue, just to give it kind of just a fun little hill at the bottom. There we go. Okay. And I tell you what, I'll go ahead and put that onto the base here, and we can kind of work our way up from there. Just a little bit easier. And pop that into place. Right. Okay, so I'm going to work with the tree. I want to kind of share with you some of the things about this tree. It's been done in 3 different pieces. Now the outside is not joined here, and the only way I could have done this is to leave this so you cut it yourself. Otherwise it would have had to be a separate die, which would have made it a lot larger. And then the heart section is separate, and then the tree. Okay, so what I've done, just to share, is I've cut just the tree out of white. Okay, we're going to put that on at the end, and I've got the top where I've nipped it across, straight across like that with my scissors, and I've done a backing where I've cut it straight across with my scissors. Now this backing has a piece of sticky adhesive on it, so we're just going to get that started. Let me just use the edge of a pokey tool. It's a little bit easier. There we go. And it's got kind of a scallopy organic shape to it, so you want to find that bottom part that you've trimmed straight, and then you can line up the tree with that. Get that on there. Just get that on there as straight as possible. I can even use the waxy part of that to kind of pop it down into place. Okay. I'm going to bring over a piece of copy paper, and I've got several here because we're going to be doing a lot of glittering. Pop that into place, and I've got just a bunch of different of our sparkle shakers. Now these are the holographic shakers, and they all have a little top on this. So I've got lime green. This is Imperial blue. This is lime green. This is Peacock, which I love. Peacock satin, actually. This one is tropical pink, emerald green, and this is Cerise pink. So we've got all sorts of different colors here. They'll have a little lid with little holes. What we want to do is just make this so that it's a little bit random. I'm going to put a little bit across, just sort of mix it up. And don't think nope, didn't use that one. A couple little bits here. I'm just going to kind of work my way across here. This is the Peacock, one of my favorites. Lime green. This will give you some lovely brightness. There we go. And this is the Imperial blue. Put that in there. Now what I'm going to do is kind of burnish it into place. We may end up adding a little more. Let's see. Well, I think we might be able to get them all coated. I think I'm going to add a little teeny bit more of that green. It's really pretty in here. There we go. Move it around. So we'll have kind of a multicolored tree there. That looks pretty good. Let's get a piece of kitchen roll here, and we'll just tidy off the extra bit. The nice thing about these sparkle shakers is the lids on them, or the tops on them, are really tiny, so you don't have a lot of leftover. I wouldn't even bother. Or you could keep it all in a separate container and then use it like this. There we go. Polish those all up. Now I have a little bit crooked here. You can see it picks up some of that, so I'm going to just do a little tidying around the edge here. You don't notice it until the glitter grabs it. just a tiny bit around these corners, and I think that's not too bad. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave this off to the side. I'm going to put our tree into place now. So I've got the tree cut and a little bit of glue just on the top part here. Don't worry about the base at the moment. There we go. And some of these little branches, even a little bit of spray glue would work. But that has its own little area that it'll fit right into. Leaves a nice little area for it. There we go. I'm going to add a bit of mounting foam to the back. I'm going to raise it up a little bit on the trunk here. There's a thin piece, and probably that should do the trick. Okay, actually I'm going to come back to that in a second. We're going to do some more glittering here. So now I'm going to bring in my clouds, and I've done 3 of these, cut 3 with the sticky adhesive sheet. Let's bring in another piece of card or copy paper, and I'm going to do 1 of these in the Peacock. So I want to pop that right all over the top, and you can sort of move it around and see if you need a bit more. There we go. Come on, there we go. Sort of burnish it all the way around. Here, get where my finger was. And tiny bit more right on that edge there. Okay, so I've got a beautiful peacock. There we go. Set that one to the side. And I'll bring in another piece, and we will use the tropical pink for the next one. Peel the backing off of that. And get that on there. Put a bit on there. There we go. Let's see how much we need. And see if that should do the trick. Just burnish it into that sticky adhesive. Get a nice finish on that. Tap off the extra. Really nice. And the last one we'll do with the emerald green. So we have a nice different color combinations going on that one. Pop that into place. Oh, I've got a little bit of pink from my finger on that one. Let's see if we can mask that tiny bit. A little more. Burnish it around. Yeah, that was good. There we go. Okay, pop those to the side. So now I'm going to put these into the background. I'm going to go ahead and use some glue on the back of these. I'll start with the green one. And we're going to pop that right over. Got glitter everywhere. Right about like that. There we go. And let's do the peacock. A little bit of glue on that one. And that one will sit right about here, I think about, roughly about like that. And then the kind of a tropical pink one. We're going to overlap that just a little bit up into that top corner. There we go. Now, we can pop our tree on. Add a little bit of mounting foam. So that's going to sort of sit over the top of those. Like that. Give that a second. And I've gone ahead and I've cut the You're Always in My Heart with a sticky adhesive on it. So I can glitter this one too. I'm going to bring back one of my other ones. And because we're going to be using all the different colors on this, I can just use one of the older ones. A little bit there, a little bit there. Kind of like playing Mad Scientist. A little there. Got the Cerise, pick that up, and which one am I missing? Probably that. Maybe a tiny bit more green. Let's see what we've got here. I think we can even kind of rub it in there. That looks really nice. And I think I've got all of it covered, but one little top part. And maybe a tiny bit right there. There we go. Pop that to the side, and I'm going to mount that up onto a couple more that I've done and stack them up for some layer, for some dimension. and pop that right on top of those. Get them lined up. There we go. Sort of work it across. That looks pretty good. Straighten them all up. There we go. And a little bit of glue on the back of that. And that will sit right down here in the corner with our hill. There we go. Oh, such a cute card. Just love that. And that gives you such a whimsical look for that tree. I think it's so pretty, all that beautiful glitter. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Look for us on our YouTube channel, and we'll see you soon.